that was like the first time she was eating pussy, right?
She's used
like
to
that's
sucking,
how.
and you should not be sucking pussy. Let's be clear.
Wait, so how do you do it? Like this? Can somebody do?
I was like, hell, tell them, because I was ready for him to let them know from the beginning.
I felt like that was some bullshit. You sitting up here blaming your family for shit going on with you.
I did love the scene where she feels like she's being embraced by her dad. Oh my God, like that touched me because my dad passed away, and it's like a craving you have when your dad passes away. It's like, just hold me one more time and make me feel that again.
I was not on Maddie's side at all.
I was.
No, I was not on Maddie's side.
I was thinking I would probably say the same stuff that Maddie was saying.
Welcome everyone, I'm your host William Yelton, and today we will be talking with 8 strangers who have just finished watching season 2, episode 4 of Euphoria for the first time. Tonight, we hear these Euphoria superfans' raw reactions as they debate, review, and analyze the episode. At the end of the discussion, each panelist will rank the episode 1 to 10, and I will average up the results to give this episode the official rating provided by the men and women on this panel. I hope you at home will join us for this conversation. In the description box below, there are Timecodes to our discussion. Also, there is a sign-up link available if you would like to be a future panelist. If you like what you see, please click that like and subscribe button. It's not easy to wrangle people every week, so your support is so greatly appreciated. I'm hustling, what can I say? With that said, without further ado, I present to you this episode of Who Needs a Film Critic? In my opinion, the theme of this episode was kind of pulling the Band-Aid off. You know, in the final act of this episode, we have 2 very big scenes where the wool is kind of pulled back and the truth comes out. Tonight, we will talk about those 2 scenes, but we're going to start with a scene that I think is the most buzzworthy. Let's take a look and then discuss.
Are you peeing?
I think I'm lonely.
Dad's standing in the foyer with his dick out.
You know how many men I've fucked?
What?
I'm a man. I'll fuck whoever I want, whenever I want. I'm a faggot, and I love it. Living a double life, not my biggest regret. You are. You fuckers backed me into a corner, but you know what? I think you set me free.
Where do we even start? Where do we even start with that scene? Because I don't know how to start the conversation.
What a shit show.
Or what a piss show.
There you go.
I will say, this is the first time that I ever felt sorry for Nate. I still hate him. But for somebody to be like, my biggest mistake was you, like, I don't care who you are, that is going to cut deep.
I was the opposite. I kind of felt bad for Cal because I felt like it was all coming to a head for him. He finally was at a point where he was kind of like saying, lack of better words, fuck it, you know, and just like, this is who I am.
I did not feel bad for Nate, especially. I was kind of like excited. And I was like, Cal, tell them, because I was ready for him to let them know from the beginning. I really enjoyed that scene because that's exactly how I wouldn't have been acting like her. I wouldn't have went in the room. I'd be like, oh my gosh, tell me what happened when you did this to the guy. Like I would have been all into it. Like
I thought it was a great monologue, whoever wrote it, and I thought he acted it very well. But I was for the first time really felt humanized by the monologue and was like, yeah, you tell him, Cal, exactly.
I think the interesting part was when he took the family photo off of the wall, the fact that he took it with him. I mean, there's still a significance as far as his family goes. So I'm curious what that is about.
I was gonna ask, did you guys notice there's a third child?
The third child. That's what I was looking at.
I
think that child must have passed or something. I almost felt like the family secret he was talking about, the child must have passed.
He also said that he wasn't allowed to be emotional. So I felt like maybe when they lost the child, he was trying to be emotional or something, but the wife kind of checked out Marcia.
For some reason, you know, it's still like that in society where men is projected as if they're not allowed to be emotional or have feelings. And so to see that, having that same dynamic within your family, which it should be the one time you're able to take your shield off. Yeah, I understand it. It was a moment.
You guys were talking about like, oh, like his family backed him into the corner. I felt like that was some bullshit too. I'm sorry. Like, I just don't have that much grace for them. Like, you sitting up here blaming your family for shit going on with you. Like, at the end of the day, you are who you are. Just like he said, I am who I am. So if you are who you are, and that's who you want to be, or you decide you finally want to let people know, don't sit up here and blame your damn family and your wife for that. They have nothing to do with that. This is something you have to deal with, and you've been dealing with since you were a teenager, or however long he knew that he liked men as well. So like, that is just a whole cop out. He's still not taking full accountability for who he is as a person. And that's why I was just like, I felt bad for Nate in that situation, because it's just like, yeah, Nate has picked up some of the traits from his dad, but like, Cal is his own person, Nate is his own person, and you have to deal with your own shit and not try to blame it on somebody else.
When he started venting about, you know, his attraction to men in ways, his wife didn't seem surprised at all. I mean, it sounded like she just wanted to shut it down in front of the kids, like, hey, okay, stop. But she didn't seem surprised. I feel like she's known this for however long she's known this.
I could totally see her knowing about him and Derek from the beginning, but she probably already knew that he probably couldn't come out anyway, and she wanted that lifestyle.
My question though is, what has happened to Cal in between these two episodes to make him have this scene? Also, let's be honest, this whole episode, he's been extremely kooky. I mean, he's definitely not the same Cal.
He got beat so bad by Ashtray. I mean, he definitely might have a concussion, honestly. But I think learning that his son betrayed him and all of these crazy situations that have happened, he just had that breaking point where it was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, why am I even trying to continue this life when I don't enjoy it anymore? There's nothing in it for me at all. You know, I just keep thinking of my friendship and relationship I could have had with this guy that I loved. You know, what is my life anymore? Just, you know, fuck it, let's detonate this one and just start over.
Who ends up cleaning the pee?
She does.
Literally the mom, for sure.
Transitioning from one bodily fluid to the other, there's another scene that I would like to discuss tonight. So let's get right to this next scene. I'm sure there'll be a lot to say.
I'm so glad you guys are back together.
We're not back together.
You're not?
No,
I mean, I was gonna say no, but why are you saying no?
because we're not.
I know, but why do you sound so definitive about it?
I wasn't being definitive.
It sounded like it.
It was hasty. What, you don't think I have a mind of my own?
No, I'm sure you did.
Oh, he's such a cunt.
I have to again take Nate's side on this. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, Maddie was just looking to fight.
Yeah, she was.
I mean,
She knows. She has to
she
know.
knows. Yeah, 100%.
There's no way she doesn't know. I mean, that's Maddie.
Yeah.
Maddie picks up on stuff. She sees Cassie, her best friend she's grown up with.
She knows both.
And
of
dressing
them.
up like her, you know, in Oklahoma and all that stuff. She knows something's going on, and she just doesn't have the evidence, but I think that's what she's waiting on. She knows. She just wants something concrete before she goes and blows.
Honestly, I think that's just Maddie's character. Even if she didn't have any suspicions, she just seems so toxic still. It's just like just a nagger. So even if she didn't suspect that, she probably would have still did the same thing. But why? But why did you do this? Girl, who cares?
Nothing's wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with that.
I was not on Maddie's side at all.
I was.
No, I was not on Maddie's side. No.
I was thinking I would probably say the same stuff that Maddie was saying, honestly.
I'm not about
saying we not together. That's the only way. You don't get to say that. I get to say
y'all are toxic.
You don't get to say that.
It's toxic. Yes, it's toxic, but let's be real. Maddie was saying exactly what a lot of us feel. Nate is a gaslighter. He says all these things and he does all these things. And so she really called him out on his crap. Like, I think that's the first person outside of Cal who's really like called Nate out on his crap. Like,
well, Cassie did too when they were in the bathroom.
Well, Cassie did.
I thought Cassie was boss
Still
in that
weak.
bathroom, and then she became a wimp afterwards. I was like, what the hell? When she opened the door at the party, I was like, you disappoint me, because I was really waiting for something really big when that thing happened in the bathroom, because she was like, well, I'm crazier than her, and I was like, yeah, let's show it, and then she didn't.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Can we talk about Kat though? Because I feel like Kat really handed it to Nate out of all of them, to be honest.
He did.
Yeah. Why do you say that, Aisha?
Because it was kind of like he was trying to pull her whole card and thought that she wasn't gonna say nothing about it, and she's just like, "You don't think I have my own brain?" Like, chill out type shit. But for her, I was surprised that she even did that. I thought she would have just kind of like said something under her breath or just dropped it and then brought it up later. But the fact that she challenged Nate, which added more pressure to him, you know, with drunk Cassie right next to him, then Maddie going ham on him, and then Cass like, you got me fucked up. So it was just like, come on now, let's get his ass for real.
I just don't like to play games like that though. Like, Maddie, you're sitting here saying that no, we're not together because you want him to respond like, but I thought we were working on it. No, bitch, you already said that we're not together. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, try to play into your feelings and things like that. I don't like the game plan. I can't stand that.
She knows about the Cassie and Maddie thing. Like, I feel like certain things that she said because she knows what's up to get a reaction out of both of them just to confirm the shit. Outside of Maddie being who Maddie is, it was very calculated.
Raise your hand if you agree with that. Raise your hand if you think that in that moment she thought that they were hooking up. So 5 out of 3, Latoya, you're not buying it.
She may, because you know we have intuition now. We do have intuition. Maybe she thinks he is messing with someone. She has to know her friend is being extra weird though. But I don't know if she knows. I think she may have an idea.
And see, the only argument I have against her knowing is I know Maddie, and she's a scary bitch. And like, I feel like if she knew, I don't think she'd be able to contain herself. I don't feel like she has it in her. I feel like she's not this calculated person. I feel like she's explosive and she's quick to react. I don't think it's capable for her to be able to like hold it in, you know? I'm not saying that she doesn't have her Camp Jansen glasses on. I'm just saying that, like, you know, she hasn't been able to piece everything together yet.
Let us not forget too, Maddie also got the DVD that Cal is looking for. And so she found that in Nate's stuff. So that, to me personally, that would automatically be like, what's going on? Why do you have this tape of your father? Like, is there something weird going on? I think Maddie, she's just playing her cards very, very cool until she has all the pieces that she needs, because she's a pop off type of bitch. I'm sorry. I know a real one when I see one. And so, yes, she will pop off when need be, but you ain't going to pop off unless you have everything that you need to make that pop off perfect.
Which also brings us to our next scene of the evening, our last scene of the evening, where the truth comes out in another way. But this time the truth comes out between Elliot and Jules. Let's take a look and then discuss.
Hold on. Rue's not sober. She hasn't been since I met her. She's been doing everything from heroin to fentanyl to benzos. And I know that because I've been doing it with her. And I'm so sorry. I just didn't want to keep lying to you.
She finally finds out the truth.
I don't fuck with Jules, period. I do not fuck with him at all. Because for me, I'm like, the last episode, I specifically mentioned that I could tell that she's getting feelings for Elliot. But prior to that, you were all insecure and mad at Rue because of this friendship that she's built. Now your ass sitting here jumping in and you trying to sleep with the man and all this other stuff. Girl, I don't care how you feel about Rue and them taking drugs or this honesty. I do not fuck with her at all. She's good. Her feelings need to be hurt.
But Markeisha, let me push back and kind of be the voice of the pro Jules camp here, which is, you know, her girl is so distracted doing all this stuff. Yeah, she might not know. She just wants to feel love. She wants to have some
friends. Find your own friends. Find your old friends. You do not have to come in my little circle, and especially someone in particular that you were uncomfortable with, me having a friendship with. And then all of a sudden, now you want to build this relationship and it's deeper than the friendship, is intimate. Girl, bye. Going somewhere. No.
Rue's getting sloppy. Like, let's be real. It was evident to Jules that something was up with the whole it's amazing and how she just kept referencing that.
But it was also because she didn't know how to like suck pussy, right?
No, that wasn't it. Rue was high, and when you're high like that, you don't feel nothing.
I think it was both, because like, didn't the other guy taught Jules how to like eat pussy out of her hands.
I took that as flirting more so than not, just because I wouldn't say that Jules don't know how to eat it. I think that's
but
what
she probably never has. She's probably only,
she's trying to be a lesbian because all the like experiences she has with males before. So I think that was like the first time she was eating pussy, right?
She's used
like
to sucking, and you should not be sucking pussy. Let's be clear. She's used to sucking. You should not be sucking.
Wait, so how do you do it? Like this? Can somebody do
well, I don't know if you
We'll take it over.
Oh, me? I'm going to refer to the women who know what they like, as opposed to, you know.
Very gentle flicks, you know. You can't be over there just like, no.
It's not literal food. You shouldn't be really munching
You're really
on
not
it.
supposed to be eating it. That's not what you do.
So they just need to change the term.
Maybe it was good, maybe it wasn't, but also Rue is fucking high out of her mind right now, so she can't feel anything, so it doesn't even matter.
Elliot is like now my new favorite. I thought he was an asshole in the last one because I was like, why is he trying to get in between them? But he's so intuitive, and I love how like he stopped her and was like, no, we need to talk about this. Like he really cares about Rue because she was mixing with the drink and he was trying to stop her and he wasn't.
But he was the one who said, let's get alcohol. Even though when he knew
he was, but he didn't want,
yeah.
I don't think he was expecting her to drink because she usually doesn't drink.
I don't really trust him. I think that he had this all planned all along, and he like fetishized, like he wants to get with Jules. And even though like somebody here said that like he really cares about Rue, like if I was him, I wouldn't drop her in the middle of nowhere knowing what she's going through. I wouldn't like kiss Jules knowing that she's seeing Rue, and like something doesn't add up with them.
Do we think that he's gonna start being sober? Because we went into the bathroom,
I was gonna
blew the drugs.
Yeah.
Yes. And I was like, wait a minute, is he trying to leave?
Dead ass, I said I felt as though he was getting to this point of where he's seeing himself in Rue, and it's almost scary, if you will. And like I felt as though that whole conversation was with Jules was more so for him than for Rue. It was almost his way of asking for help, because he made it clear that she's been doing this since I met her because I've been doing it with her.
Elliot is kind of attractive, and I didn't realize that till the last episode. I was like, oh, Elliot kind of cute.
Very.
So do you like the face tattoos, Markeisha? Is that your type?
It wouldn't be my type in real life, but I probably would look at it all the time and it'll like bother me too much where I'll be like, you know what? This really isn't for me. It was cute for a day.
All right. There's only one thing left to do, and that is to review. Each of you has sent me your ratings for this episode, 1 to 10, 1 meaning you hated it and 10 being you absolutely loved it. I have averaged all the numbers together, and it is time for me to reveal the results. Tonight, the panel has rated this episode as a 8.2.
I rated it a 7. It's pretty underwhelming. There were 2 scenes that I really enjoyed, but a 7 is good though. It's not a bad thing, but a 7.
I gave it a 10. It was the cow monologue for me. I don't know. I used to act and do drama and all the things, so I just really studying that, and I really appreciated that monologue, so I was here for it.
I rated it an 8. I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. I mean, Cal scene was great, but yeah, the fillers were kind of confusing, especially at the end. I don't know why Rue's in the church. Is she dead? Like the ending, a lot of the end was a lot of like, but yeah, I didn't like it as much as the other ones for sure.
She's literally high in drugs. That's what she is like going through.
Yeah, I did love that. We didn't talk about the scene where she feels like she's being embraced by her dad. Oh my God. Like that touched me because my dad passed away, and it's like a craving you have when your dad passes away. It's like, just hold me one more time and make me feel that again, you know, and to her that she got to feel that, and that, you know, I try to do that in my dreams and stuff, but like she got to do that off of drugs and stuff. But that was very emotional for me. That scene really hit me and I liked it.
All right. Well, that concludes today's discussion of season 2, episode 4 of Euphoria. Come back next week to hear what some of these panelists and more have to say about episode 5. I would like to thank the panelists for giving me their time tonight, and to the viewers watching at home, remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We are also on the podcast app, so type "Who Needs a Film Critic" to get the episodes downloaded straight to your phone. That's all for now. Have a good night.